There's so many groups out there. There's bros, there's goth, there's plastic, there's
like little hardcore kids and indie rock kids and pop punk kids.
It's like kids that think they're punk, and there's kids that think they're like emo.
The skaters, you got your jocks.
Dance rock.
tweakers or stoners. There's
The kids who are into rock music and stuff like that.
Or scene or hardcore or whatever else.
preppy, there's stupid, there's just mama's boys, there's nerds.
The frat guys, you got sorority girls.
There's Christian kids, there's somewhat Christian kids just trying to do good. Then there's just people. I've changed around from a bunch of different groups. Like in high school, I was like the nerd kind of kid. Then I grew up and I became kind of like a bro when I moved to Pomona. Kind of went through gangs and stuff like that. It's basically a complete disregard for anyone's feelings as a bro. Really, someone just is in for his own game, but seriously, if he has pals and friends and stuff around him, he's gonna get their back when it's needed. He's got a family that's above like family. It's like you guys are willing to step up whenever you're ready to step up. If there's time for a brawl, they're ready to go down and fight with you. They're ready to go get stabbed and go to bar fights and go to club fights and stuff like that, and they're ready to have fun. And they'll do it just because they like it. That's what a bro is, really.
I get it a lot, like, oh, you're a scene kid. I don't even know what the scene kid is. I'd like someone to tell me.
That's why I'm making this movie.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea. It's something that happened too, because it didn't used to be a big thing, like the scene. That I don't remember that. Like as a younger kid, like I don't remember the scene being a part of it or wanting to be seen. I just remember liking music and wanting to identify with people that like the same music as me. And then, you know, as I got older, this big movement came, you know, the scene, and there's all the scene kids have the MySpaces with this and that, and it's like.
Scenesters kind of just describes someone who's in the underground music scene. Maybe goes to shows, listens to that style of music in a band, stuff like that. That would be a scenester. Yeah, people would mistake me as a hardcore kid. Maybe because of the piercings, maybe because of the way I dress, the bands that I support. Could I define hardcore? Hardcore, I don't know. Just the kids that go to shows, follow bands, listen to hardcore, think they need to dress a certain way to be categorized as a hardcore kid and be accepted in that group.
I'm associated with a lot of kids who, it'd be like all the kids who are in art and stuff like that, and all the kids who are in music, so just sort of the, I don't know, what would you call that?
If you're in any group, you feel like you're cool at that time, no matter what. You're a nerd, you feel like you're cool because all the other nerds around you say you're cool. If you're goth, you think you're cool because all the other goth people think you're cool. Bros just think they're cool and they expect everyone else to call them cool because that's just the way it is, or they're gonna get their asses kicked.
I don't know. I don't think so, but I think that people probably categorize me when they see me. I don't know what as what. I mean, when you're in high school, you feel a need to belong to something. You feel like you need to be, like, sort of attach yourself to something just to sort of define yourself as a person. You're sort of old enough to sort of speak your mind, but you're too young to actually do anything about it. So I think that's why a lot of kids turn to that sort of thing, just because it's, you know, it's a way to sort of define who you are.
I guess when you start to drive, you can go to like events that you want to go to. I think the reason people find themselves in high school is because they have means to sort of seek out what they want. They have jobs, so they could buy their own clothes, or they could buy their own records, and then they have cars, so they could go where they want and stuff. So.
And I listen to hardcore, I love hardcore, but I mean, a lot of the kids are stupid. A lot of like 12-year-old kids trying to be all cool by growing their hair out and dyeing it black and stuff. I mean, that's their thing. I really don't care. I don't mind if someone wants to call me a hardcore kid. I listen to hardcore, I grew up on it, like, it's good stuff, so. I mean, I just don't like being mistaken as like one of those poser kids that doesn't know anything about it, because I would say that I do. Bros kind of talk a lot of shit on scene kids, I guess, because they wear tight pants or whatever, saying that they're gay or homosexual or whatever. I don't think that's the case. But I mean, yeah, bros do that a lot, and that's probably why a lot of kids make fun of them.
You go find people who weren't bros to go beat up just because they weren't like you. They didn't obey your certain lifestyle. So it's like, screw them. You don't need them because they're not like you. Whatever. Yeah. In school, we walked around school starting fights just because we wanted to. Like, we had the race fight at my school. Like I was telling you, we had blacks versus whites just because most of the white guys were all bros. We're all Aryan Nation guys, and we wanted to take care of business. And the black guys didn't like us, so we started a fight and put the school on lockdown, just because. If you're in a clique, you're not leaving the clique unless you grow up. Like the nerds, you got that because your parents taught you to be good, do your job, be cool. Then you go to bros and you're like, just do anything you can to stay out of trouble, but do whatever you can to get in trouble. You don't grow up until you get out of a group. Once you find out that you don't need a group, that's whenever you know you're good to go.